Welcome to the Griddle Guys. Chris, Nate, Jeff. We are doing tonight our favorite steaks.
For me, steak doesn't happen that often in the household because the prices are crazy, but this is a consistent steak that I do that's reasonable, and I'll show you how.
Yeah, yours is more reasonable than mine. So I'm with Jeff. Expensive steak's great. Everybody loves expensive steak, but I don't buy expensive steak all that often. But I got two steaks that I brought. Both of them I find delicious, and they're both less than 10 bucks a pound.
When I want an expensive steak, I do a video with Chris.
Exactly.
I wasn't splurging for all of them. That's why we're doing this. I'm never getting another tomahawk from these guys. So.
I think you guys will be happy with my choice. I've had your choice. I know it's good.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll put them all together.
3 different takes, 3 different steaks. Check us out.
Cheers.
4. I brought 2.
4.
I guess I'm up first because I crushed that challenge last week, fellas.
You did. You did crush it. You did.
Didn't have to buy you guys steak, so anyways.
Took you all 2 minutes to bring it up, too.
For the record, after you left, I said we should have not helped you. We should have made you do it all on your own.
And then you vacuumed, and then you wiped down the ceiling, and then...
No, I was clean until midnight. Jeff, I was clean until midnight.
He was on the floor.
Check out last week, last 2 weeks video.
Thai peanut sauce on the ceiling. Thank you, Jeff.
Can I get my steak? Here we go. So, my steak, London Broil. It's the only cut that I can consistently get at my market that's consistent in quality, which is not that good. Consistent in price, $5.99 a pound. And then 30% of the time you can get it for $4.99.
Yeah, a lot of times on sale. It goes on sale often.
I keep looking at Nate because he's the one that got me into this.
I love that
5 years ago.
I love that cut too. To me, that's like flank steak, but cheaper.
It's got beef flavor, like a nice beef flavor. It's got a nice bite. It's not too chewy if you butcher it the right way, which brings me up to the next topic here. You'll see up in the corner here, last night I butchered the steak. I just
cut all the fat off.
I cut the fat off because
You thought it was chicken.
No, there's
I was gonna say like it does the chicken thighs.
there's no good fat in this steak.
No, that's true. If you see the fat there, it's like a rope.
It's like a rope. And then there's also like a tendon that kind of goes through the middle at an angle, and you'll see, I pointed out, but when I'm looking for this in the market, I look for the one that's got the most prominent tendon going through it that you can see. Because it makes it easier to cut out. Some of them are very faint, but it's still just as chewy even if it's faint.
Yeah.
So I cut that out, and then my favorite thing lately is give it good, healthy amount of salt, put it on a rack.
For the salt brine?
For the salt brine, throw it in the fridge, 24 hours later. It's got this nice dark burgundy color. It
Makes a huge difference.
It gives it a better beef flavor. Tenderizes a little bit, it's just delicious. But that's it, that's my steak. And I pan sear it on a cold day, or I throw it right on the griddle. It cooks pretty quickly. For my side, I'm gonna do sliced mushrooms and brown butter sauce, which is as simple as
brown butter and mushrooms?
Simmering butter till it turns brown. Throwing in mushroom. Chris,
that's all I gotta do from here on. This is how easy it is. I take it out of the sous vide. It's been going probably almost 3 hours now, maybe a little longer. These guys are gonna be jealous when they see this come out.
Is that the right steak?
What do you mean? Yeah, it's the right one.
Oh, I thought it was the other one. That one's yours?
Yeah, this one's mine.
I thought for sure that was the ribeye. Wow, you did trick, huh?
Yeah, poor man's ribeye.
All right. Wow, that is a roast. That's not a steak.
That's not a roast, that's a steak.
That's like a 2-bone steak right there.
Only 1 bone.
Wow.
1 bone. So I actually went to my butcher. I don't know if I mentioned earlier or not, but I wanted the tomahawk, but the butcher didn't have any. So.
Which is pretty much the same steak with the longer bone.
It is the same, exactly, and that's why, I mean, this thing's 2 inches thick, maybe a little more.
I call that 6 inches all day long.
I know you do. That's it, I'm gonna pat it dry, and then I'm ready to cook it. My side, asparagus. Goes perfect.
What, oil, salt, and pepper?
Yeah, just a little olive oil and salt and pepper, that's it.
All right, so I brought 2. One I've had in the sous vide at 135 degrees for 2 hours now. This is called the poor man's ribeye. It's a chuck eye. Runs about $9 a pound for choice. It's actually similar to Chris's steak, except it's where the ribeye meets the shoulder, so it doesn't have the pretty shape. And you got your fat kind of runs more through the middle. But it's a very similar flavor to a ribeye. It's about half the price. And if you like The fat on a ribeye, you're gonna love a chuck eye. If you don't like the fat on a ribeye, if you're one of those people that trims it off and puts it on the side, then don't buy a chuck eye.
Oh, it's coming apart, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be a little bit more gentle with my steak.
Whoa,
Chris.
what do we got in here?
Here we go. He's already
Chris is already
rolling it.
effing it up. This is one of my favorites. This is about the same price, $9 a pound. That's a flat iron steak. I don't know if that's focusing or not. But this is a really, really good cut. A lot of good fat, not a lot of tough fat on it at all. Very, very rarely sinewy. This one is so thin you don't have to pre-cook it or sous vide it or nothing. It goes right on the griddle. For a side, I'm doing mushrooms. I didn't know Jeff was bringing mushrooms, but I'm gonna do mushrooms and garlic in a cream sauce. I don't love putting a cream sauce on a steak, so I'm gonna put it on the side. The interesting thing here is every time I make this sauce, it's real simple. It's cream, mushrooms, and garlic, a little bit of salt and pepper.
Oh, butter?
No, people love it. People absolutely love it. And actually, we should unwrap this so you can show a difference, Jeff, between your salt brine and the...
That's a dark steak. Those tend to be darker.
yeah, but it's
anyway.
not like that.
Yeah.
See? That's a good... Yeah, kind of different, but... let's go up there.
So anyways, I think the salt brine I think it's a 50 to 70% difference in flavor.
You guys are going to be done in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we just gotta...
I'm
sear
gonna
us.
start with the mushroom sauce.
I need like 15 minutes for this. But
Once again, the video will be longer because of Jeff.
Yeah, shocker. So for my mushrooms, I just got a thick chop on them. You guys can see. Cut them big. And we're gonna let those saute down with just a tiny bit of oil until all the liquid is out of them. Chris, what are we doing on the steaks? I told Chris I don't like to put a lot of crazy stuff on my steak. I want to taste the beef, so whatever he's putting on, I'm fine with.
I'm the same way, just salt, pepper, a little garlic salt.
And I got
That's it.
3 massive cloves of garlic going in with those mushrooms once they're sweated out.
And my brown butter sauce is a stick of butter warmed up. Once all the milk fats start to separate and drop to the bottom, it'll start to cook.
One of my daughter's friends, when she bakes, like any recipe, like she does cookies, cakes, anything that requires butter, she does brown butter.
Yeah.
It really enhances the flavor.
It's like a nutty flavor and you can burn it. So you definitely got to keep an eye on it.
I've never had it.
As soon as you start to get the nutty smell, brown, perfect.
She brought cookies to the house and I'm like, wow, these are really good. She's like, oh, it's because she uses brown butter.
I think Jeff's made it before.
Yeah, I would just never think to use it in a baked product, you know, like a cookie.
Yeah,
But-
this has a child safety lock. I can't figure it out. So how do I turn on any one of these burners to low?
You just hit to the right of it, hit that. And
Don't
then
worry,
hit
they'll
your-
figure this out in 20 minutes or so.
There you go.
And it's gonna be on?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I'm gonna do the asparagus in a couple minutes. It's raining out, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go throw my steak on. So all I do, whether you're doing this inside in the house in a frying pan or you're doing it on the griddle, a little bit of oil, steak down, let it sit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. As complex as it gets. We got oil. We got this beautiful steak. And that's it.
So we're gonna let that sizzle and we're gonna go inside.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna grab my mushrooms and throw the mushrooms on. Just gonna get my mushrooms sauteed so that way they're ready to put in my brown butter sauce. It's not too cold out today, even though it's rainy. Gonna put the heat on. That's high, so I'm gonna do like a medium. So I got these mushrooms. I just wanted to saute them a little bit, get them in my sauce. It's been about 5 minutes, Chris, would you say about?
give or take.
And I should have a nice crisp crust, beautifulness.
Steak's cooking through, you can see it, bottom. You have a nice sear on that.
Oh yeah, nice sear right there.
Thank you, Weber.
Thank you, Weber. Yeah. And then I got these little 2 leftover
You're gonna have to
pieces.
pull the little pieces sooner, right?
Yeah, those are gonna be our little appetizers. So I'm gonna leave that on there for another 5 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna get the sides, and then it should be done.
What are you shooting for, medium rare?
129, 130, because the salt brine, oddly enough, makes it cook differently too.
Yeah.
It pulls in the heat. They cook faster. Loving the rain. Loving the rain. Try to trip me. Brown butter sauce on its way. I'm gonna do a little bit of a simmer and just keep stirring it. Kathy in the background. Oh, beautiful. So beautiful. Nice. So you can see the milk fat starting to separate. And it drops to the bottom, cooks off. Beautiful. All right.
So I got a little,
Asparagus too.
yeah, I got the asparagus, but this is gonna be what I'm gonna baste my steak with as it's cooking after I hit it with the grill blazer.
And that is
Garlic, butter, and a little thyme.
This is ready. This is pretty easy. So you guys can see how cooked the mushrooms are, right? So I got light cream here. And just gonna come up just about to the level of the mushrooms and put half the garlic in now and just let that start to reduce.
And that's medium heat. So you want like a simmer with the
Yeah,
cream?
just a simmer, because it's cream. If you get it too hot, you're just gonna make a mess of your kitchen. Something you're familiar with, Jeff.
No idea what you're talking about. No idea. All right, so we're at roughly 5 minutes on the other side. I'm just gonna grab these, put a little sear on the edges. These are pretty much done. Little appetizers. I don't know what Nate's saying inside, but it's all gonna be gold. Putting the asparagus down.
We're spraying.
Nice. Weber's holding up good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah. It's that boy the hussy.
Nice. Nice sear on all sides.
So we're at like 123, 124 climbing, 121. So we're pretty much ready to pull this off. It's gonna keep cooking. So probably at least another 5-6 degrees. Look at that. Come on. Perfect. And Chris, you want me to do anything with this stuff? Are you good?
No, Jeff, you just take care of you, man. I got you. Don't you worry. I don't know. We want your dinner to be good.
I'm gonna go let this sit.
It's been, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes. My mushrooms have reduced a little bit, starting to thicken. I'm gonna go in with the second half of the garlic. For me, I like this sauce really, really garlicky, but I don't wanna be crunching on garlic. So Chris said he's thinking 10 minutes on his steak to crust it up. So in about 10 minutes, this should be thick, garlicky, and not crunchy garlic. It smells outstanding, doesn't it? Yes, that's your steak.
Is it any good?
Oh, I didn't have a bite.
Well, it looks like it's missing.
Wasn't me. Duncan? Did Duncan take a bite of that?
Jeff, where'd you put the thing? I got all of them. Is there another piece there? I can't see.
Good frame.
All right, that smells good. I'm gonna throw my steak on. Do you want to come out too, Nate, and do yours at the same time, or how do you want to?
Just get yours going. I'll be out in a minute.
Brown butter on its way. So this is what I'm talking about. If you look.
All right, time for the only real steak here to cook right now. This is mine. I've got this going as high as I can right now in the rain. So I'm gonna sit that right there. And at the same time, I'm gonna grab my grill blazer and start, wow, look at that, here we go. I even hate getting this wet right now, but I am.
Oh, you want to smoke me around?
I'm gonna do that after, I can wait. So we're getting it at both sides right now. The bottom's getting a nice sear, and I'm hitting it everywhere else. Oh yeah, you'd have to flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it. You know, I should talk about that. You know, I don't like to mess with steaks when it comes to spending money. And actually, even the cheap stuff that these guys buy, I love sous vide because you can't mess it up. And that's my whole deal with steaks right now, is I love the sous vide because it cooks to exact temperature you want to eat. You whack it for a minute or two. I mean, look at that. I'm ready. I'm gonna start to baste it, I think. Pour a little bit of this all over.
Chris, you got oil out there?
I do. Let that sit. Garlic, butter, time. Mamma mia, look at that. Come on, guys.
I just oiled the side I'm flipping onto the griddle.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
Grab that from you. All right. Jack, what is it?
I'm interested in hitting the edges on this and the fat. Yeah, it is.
All right, so Chris, if you can look in there, you'll see the brown bits at the bottom.
Yeah.
Sign. So that's all separated. It's got a nice brown color. It's got a nice toasted, nutty smell. Now we're just gonna add in the sauteed mushrooms. And that's it. I get my sauce.
Smells delicious.
So that's all set, heats off. We're gonna plate these things up.
All right, Christoph, what is the plan with yours?
I just want to cut it in half. I gotta look in.
I gotta see.
I gotta see.
Ooh, look at that.
Mama.
Look at the juice coming out of that thing.
Oh, beautiful right there. That's perfectly rare, the medium rare.
Chris is like a proud daddy.
Oh, I'm so happy
proud
right
daddy.
now.
So mine may not look that good, but because it's a cheaper cut, I have to cut across the grain. It's pretty good. And then nice thing cut, juicy.
Chris is already eating. I can hear him chewing.
I had to, I'm sorry.
So Jeff, why don't you talk about the importance of cutting across the grain?
So it makes each bite a little more biteable.
Yeah.
How would you describe that? Less chew, right?
Yeah, much less chewy. Thinner and across the grain makes it much less chewy. So I'll give you guys close up on
This you don't have to worry about grain direction.
the chuck eye. There's the chuck eye. You can kind of see quite a bit of fat in it. And there's the flat iron. So we're all gonna try each other's. Chris, yours looks outstanding.
I'm not sharing mine.
Jeff's finishing up with his brown butter sauce and mushrooms. Doesn't even want to talk.
How can you possibly go wrong with mushrooms, butter, steak, cream sauce?
So initial cutting into, everybody's steak looks like it's cooked perfectly,
Yeah.
which is great.
If you guys hear any background noise, it's the director.
That looks good.
Smells good, Jeff.
All right, you done, Picasso?
I'm done.
Done, all right. 1, 2, 3, done.
Now we get to eat.
All right, so what are we doing right now?
Plating steaks.
Plating steaks, all right.
Yours is quite, oh, do you want, where's Chris's plate? I'm gonna give you the head, Chris. That's my favorite cut of the ribeye right there.
You can take some.
I'll split it between Jeff and I, how's that?
No, I didn't say that.
Nice, nice.
That's all right, I'll just leave you guys a bill.
All right, so that's that. Now we got we got ribeye, flat iron, and we need chuck steak. I go this way, and I'm gonna go this way. And then this way. I don't know if we're gonna have room for many sides.
That's a lot of meat, man. That's a lot of meat.
Chris, we might have to move your bone off and trim that after. It's a good thing this isn't a heavy meal, gentlemen.
Well, we don't have much for carbs. I mean, there's that.
I didn't eat today because of this meal coming.
Really?
That's why you see me sneaking bites, Jeff. I'm starving.
You won't be starving in about 10 minutes. I guess that's all I can say.
You'll be sweating. That's what you'll be doing.
You're gonna have the meat sweats.
Yeah.
But that's why you guys are gonna have to do all the talking.
All right.
I'll be eating.
Yeah, this is the poor man's ribeye. Half the price of ribeye. Unless you buy prime, then it's quarter of the price. Nice and crusty, definitely fatty.
Good fat though.
Yeah, if you like ribeye fat, that's a steak for you. If you don't touch it.
It's a good fat and ribeye beef taste at the same time. It's good.
Yeah.
It's got some
Chewy.
chew. It's got some chew.
Pretty well seasoned. That's Chris. It definitely has a little bit of chili.
Mushroom sauce on that one?
Yeah, I mean, this mushroom sauce I'd use on a shoe. But
So if we didn't already say it, he's all, as far as techniques and how we all cook them, and perfect. They're all rare to medium rare. I don't think anybody's medium or medium well. Really good.
I am liking the ribeye. I mean the,
Did you do the ribeye next?
no, not the ribeye. I'm liking the chuck eye.
It's good. It's a good, nice beef flavor. That's good too.
Jeff, what do you want to move on to?
Let's do the skirt steak.
The flat iron?
Flat iron, sorry.
That's like the 15th time Jeff's called it skirt steak.
It looks like a skirt.
Curious to hear what you guys think about this one. This is one of my favorites. I love this.
Way more tender than the chuck.
Kind of like a fillet, huh?
Oh yeah, you bite right through it.
Isn't that good?
This is cheap.
$8 a pound.
That's really good. I like that.
Tender enough, you could use that as like a steak burger.
But you sous vide that, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
That was straight.
No,
That's the one we just put through.
Put it out on the package, you seasoned it, we put it on the griddle. 10 minutes. It's literally that tender all the time.
Wow. Nice some fat
It's a-
right through it too.
It's a good steak, right?
I like that.
Yeah, I love that.
Decent steak flavor.
Yeah. Like for me, the flat iron, for the price and the flavor, it's like a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
It's delicious.
all right. All right, I'll go back to trying that. All right, next up, London broil
Is that with the candied mushrooms?
with the sauteed buttered.
These mushrooms taste better just because of how much Jeff concentrated on it.
It's good.
I definitely taste the brown butter.
Definitely.
Not as tender as the flat iron, but I just really like that flavor. When you salt brine it like that, it increases the savory of it, you know?
A little chewy,
chewier,
chewy.
but I don't mind it.
I don't mind either. I love the beef chew.
Because as you're chewing it, you're still getting a lot of that beef flavor. It's not like you're just chewing something shitty.
Boy, that brown sugar kicks ass, though.
Brown butter?
Brown butter, yeah. Oh, brown butter. Oh,
Another criticism.
wow. It's good.
Nice.
Mushroom's delicious.
All right, so we saved the best for last.
You got that right.
It looks like it's tough to cut, but that's just because Chris's steak knives are from 1982. No, that's good.
Looks like they combined your two steaks to get that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's as tender as the flat iron, but it has better fat than the chuck eye. Really good. Really good.
Yummy.
But what'd you pay per pound? 30, 28 bucks, 30 bucks?
28 bucks.
Yeah. So that's like a treat for me in my household. Chris eats this 7 days a week, but for me it's a treat.
No, 6.
Oh, you're right. You're right. On the 7th day, it's A5 Wagyu.
Last time I ate one of those was when I did a video a few years ago and I treated you guys to some tomahawks. That's when it became my favorite steak.
Yeah?
Great meal.
Definitely gonna have the meat sweats.
Asparagus is delicious too, by the way.
Which one's your favorite,
I didn't
Jeff?
even try it.
Good.
So, what's the scale? Favorite in what way?
To eat.
Well, Chris's.
All right.
I mean, that checks all the boxes. Fatty, tender, beefy,
Favorite to pay for and eat.
London broiled. Still my go-to.
All right.
$5 a pound.
Chris, your favorite?
Yeah.
Your favorite to pay for and eat?
Yeah, that one. Mine.
Really? All right.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite's the ribeye. Favorite to pay for and eat is the flat iron.
My new favorite, if I'm splurging a bit, is gonna be the flat iron.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
If I
that.
wasn't going to pay that, yeah, I would definitely go.
I was really, I think Juna liked
The
that.
flat iron is delicious.
Yeah.
Is that always available at our market?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't see it too often.
Very rare. You gotta go to, I go to McKinnon's, but
Do they always have it, or
not always, but usually.
do they have it labeled as best beef?
No.
No.
I like how simple, literally, you can come home, salt it, boom, throw it on the griddle, boom, boom, or do it on your pan like you said you were gonna do. That's
Our
easy.
market, they do something weird with it. They don't trim it this way, and they cut it into like steaks with the tendon in the middle that they never trim out, and they call it I forget what they call it, but don't buy it. Go to McKinnon's, you can get it. Usually.
Not a bad steak on the plate.
No.
I mean, everything.
Everything's good.
Let us know which one is your favorite at home to cook. Throw us in the comments, we'll get to it.
Chris said he promises he'll get to it.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining us. If you're still with us, please like.
I know. We
Subscribe.
we bored the hell out of them because we got so involved.
I know, we almost
Sorry
forgot
about
about
that. Sorry about that.
Let us know how you like the style of video too. It's a little different for us. Let us know. Cheers.
Griddle on, Griddle
See you
Nation.
on the video.
Cheers.
See you in the next video.